Alright, so I've got a basic little install video, and then I've got a slide work of an radio I put into a 67 Ford Ranchero a few years back. I've been behind on getting videos put together, so I'm throwing this together right now of something that I did and wanted to just kind of show a few things and explain things as I went along, and hopefully this helps people out and explain a few things. This is an image after the install was done with a Retro Audio Redondo unit that was custom done, um, just to show what the detail was. This gives a quick breakdown at the time back in 2020 of what the unit cost, and then speakers. I would have done this a little bit differently, but I was helping out with this install at the time, and this is what the owner of the vehicle wanted. Um, but hopefully this video will help kind of give you just a quick breakdown. I am by no means an expert on these cars. I focus on the 72 to 76, mainly 72, 73 Cobra Jet Torinos, but anyways, here we go, starting into the video for the dash.
I just got done putting a retro audio head unit in here. This is the Redondo series with the chrome knobs and chrome buttons. With what we've got back here going on, sorry, it's not really good. I didn't take videos of me putting it together, but to give you an idea, with the use of a black spacer in there that's included in the kit, the adjustment, the thing actually fits up pretty damn nicely and fits in the dash. Also, for folks who have never ripped a radio out of one of these dashes, it is a plastic surround piece on this dash. This gray piece cannot be pried off. It is screwed to the back metal piece. You do it, you're going to break the tabs off. You have to undo about probably 7-8 screws, which you see along the top, and then there's some down here at the bottom of the cluster. The key thing is on the radio itself, on the factory radio, there are two 4-pin radio nuts that literally clamp the radio to the black metal piece behind the clear plastic. If you don't unscrew those, you're gonna damage stuff. I couldn't find anything on YouTube on this, so I just wanted to make a quick video just to show you guys what's out there. Anyways, hopefully this helps. It was just a short little video. I'll add some pictures to this as well, just of the of putting the radio together and stuff, but it'll be unfortunately just be a slideshow as I didn't do a video. Also, that is the specific tool that you're going to need for doing the radio removal, where it's got 4 pins. Go on Amazon, you can find these. It's just a radio antenna nut type tool that you gotta have for the older cars. I mean, you could do it with 2 small screwdrivers, but those are really the best way to go, especially on something that's not been out of a dash in decades.
So I've got the screenshot from Amazon here with Lyle 29650. It's referred to as an antenna nut socket set. This particular set, I've had one of these for years when I used to do auto body work back in the 90s. Anyways, moving forward, this is just some before shots of the interior on this Ranchero, using the antenna nut to pull the radio nuts off of here. You need to use the 4-pin to get to the lock nuts from the factory Ford AM radio, FM radio, the old FoMoCo style radios. You have to take these out, otherwise you will damage the plastic. Also using a socket wrench. Just, standard tools. That nut holding the bracket on the dash, yeah, it's kind of a pain. Use a long extension, you can get it out easier. Undo the electrical, undo the antenna. Pretty easy. You need to make sure you keep that bracket laying out here. It's basically there's the dash piece, then you have the original factory radio with the bracket, and then there's the Redondo unit and the trim pieces, and then the knobs. One of the nice thing about this kit is you get the head unit and then you get the shafts separately. So you can custom tailor this thing. As you can see here, you got different brackets that they supply with the kit. You can choose your knobs. If you look there in the image, you can see the shaft with the wiring that plugs into the radio. So it makes it really flexible. So I mean, you can literally put the head unit kind of anywhere custom, and then you can move the knobs wherever. And then that's just all that is just a faceplate there. This is just laid out a little bit more. You can see some of the spacers and the brackets needed for the kit. One thing that I did have to do is I did have to add washers into this, and you'll see as we get a little bit further here, I did have to add some washers to get it spaced out. But again, this just shows you some of the flexible options, the brackets that they come with these radios to make it really easy to install. It's really flexible. So as we kind of cruise through here, it's showing, basically here I am in the process of trying to fit it up using the spacer plates and the brackets that come with it, and you can see how the shafts for the radio are adjustable, and they use a pretty, basically looks like an old-fashioned telephone jack for a regular plug-in wall phone, but it works good. And this is just a little bit close up here and there, showing like how I had to use the spacers against the dash, and then I had to use just a couple zinc plated washers for the install into the dash. Had to use a couple different washers here to get the radio basically to lock down to this plastic piece and to the back piece, just so it was sitting correctly. Just trial and error using a couple washers. I forget what size. I think these were 3/8 or 7/16 washers. Can't really remember. Just USS washers. But this is after getting the radio put in to the factory dash surround piece. These cars are a little bit different than like your 72 to 79 Fords, where the radio was down to the lower right of the steering column. This is all one big piece. But just another couple close-ups of this, just to show what it looks like. And here it is with the knobs that I went with on this, just to try and match the factory dash with chrome knobs, kind of make it blend in so it didn't stick out. They wanted to keep kind of a stock look, but compact unit. It's smaller than the factory FoMoCo radio, but you have a lot of options there for RCA outs if you want to add amps. In this case, you can see the difference in the size between the two. It's kind of pretty staggering, but it's got, for stock radio, it's got a fair amount of output for somebody that just wants a nice radio. Myself, I would have wired in a couple amps and made it just a little bit more louder. That's just me, though. Again, this is just showing the difference in size between the factory FoMoCo radio and the Redondo unit with the adjustable shafts. And here it is with the dash put back together and RCA jack hanging out, because that's where they wanted to have it. That way they could plug in. Just a quick picture of the car here. And I think, yep, and then here's a shot of the speakers. But yeah, that's all I've got for now on this. Hopefully it helped you out, and have a good one.